Right then, you know, back in Blighty, the political circus is in full swing, and the star of the show? Well, it is none other than Andy Burnham, or should I say, our new Prime Minister. Now, I am sitting here on my porch, sweating like a sinner in church, watching the rice grow, and I cannot help but chuckle at the whole ridiculous affair. Is Burnham, the King of the North, finally taken his rightful throne, or is he just the best dressed clown in a very, very broken circus? Let us get one thing straight. This is not some grand, heroic march to power. This is a long coup, mate. A political panic attack that has been brewing for a year. First, the bloke wins a by-elections in Makerfield, which, let us be honest, was a given, and then, like a gift from the political gods, old Keir Starmer suddenly throws in the towel. It is the most unorthodox route to number 10 since, well, since forever. It is less a coronation and more of a desperate scramble to find anyone who can still work a TV camera. The coalition of the willing and the desperate. The reason all those Labour MPs are falling over themselves to support him is not because they have a religious conversion to the Burnham way. It is pure, unadulterated self-preservation. You have got the disillusioned Starmerites, the ones who back Keir for his steady hand, only to watch that hand turn into a failing mess after the local elections. They do not care if Burnham is left, right or centre. They care that he is not a political liability. They see his warm, fuzzy persona as the only thing that can stop the poll ratings from falling into the abyss. Then there is the soft left, the regional bigwigs who were stifled under Starmer. They see Burnham as their man, the man who has finally thrown some cash at the North. However, here is a risk, lads. It is a fragile, ramshackle alliance. The moment the honeymoon is over, and it will be over the moment he has to make his first unpopular budget cut, the briefing and the backstabbings will begin. He is not the leader of a movement. He is the bloke they are all clinging to so they do not lose their seats. It is not a vote of confidence. It is a vote of desperation. Right. The Makerfield Test versus the reality of number 10. Now, Burnham mastered the art of being the cheeky northern mayor, championing the North against the posh gits in Westminster. He could point the finger and shout, "It's their fault." Now, he is the posh git in Westminster. Oh, the irony. He has promised this Makerfield Test for all policies, making sure the forgotten towns get their fair share. It is a lovely sentiment. Nevertheless, translating that into reality means trying to move the entire chunky, archaic machine of government up north. Expect a big push on devolution. He would try to give other mayors the same powers he had in Manchester, expecting to dust off plans for regional rail links. However, here is the thing. Saying you will fix the potholes is one thing. Actually finding the tarmac and the workforce to do it while a civil service is on its knees is quite another. That is the delivery trap. Starmer fell because no one could fill his abstract metrics. Burnham talks the language of tangible things, buses, trains, jobs. If he does not show visible, measurable progress in the next 12 months, the voters who just abandoned Starmer will abandon him just as fast. They are a fickle bunch. The shadow of Reform UK. Besides, let us not forget the elephant in the room. Reform UK, Nigel Farage's little project. They came a strong second in Makerfield. The red wall is wobbling and the populist right is waiting to capitalise. If Burnham's government is seen as just more of the same, all talk, no trousers, Reform will be there to sweep up the angry, disillusioned voters. His premiership must deliver for working class lives and quickly. If he is bogged down in internal squabbles or constitutional nonsense, he is toast. The real problems. Europe and the empty till. Now, we have the real high head scratchers. First, Europe. Burnham is whispering sweet nothings to the city bankers about a closer reset with the EU. This is to keep the markets happy. However, he just won a seat in a heavy Leave voting area by promising to look out for the working class. If he goes too far down the road of rewriting Brexit, the very people he needs to hold on to will feel utterly betrayed. He is trying to whisper to the markets while shouting populism to the Shriers. It simply does not wash. Nevertheless, the biggest, most glaring problem is the money, or rather the lack of it. When Starmer left, he did not just leave a fractured party, he left an empty till. The economy is on its knees. The markets are looking at this coronation with intense scepticism. They see a leader with a fragile mandate and no clear financial plan. They are not going to risk a penny until they see stability. Burnham is used to being the mayor who asks for a bigger slice of the pie. Now he has to bake the bloody pie, and the oven is cold. The say one thing, do another loop. So, what is the forecast for Burnham premiership? It is simple. Whatever he says he will do probably will not happen. Instead, I suspect we are in for a premiership of pure performance. Grand tours of danger zones, inspiring speeches about hope and fairness. However, hope does not pay the bills and it does not fix the crumbling NHS. When the talking ends and the bills come due, the U-turns will become institutionalised. It will be a government of good intentions and zero delivery. My verdict? Burnham has spent years as the outsider, criticising the machine. Now that the keys are being handed to him, he is discovering the engine has no fuel. Without a miracle, his premiership will degenerate into an exercise in public relations, trying to manage a narrative of fairness while presiding over stagnant reality. He is walking an incredible, precarious tightrope. If the markets stay closed and the U-turns pile up, that North Korean level of support from his own MPs, you know, the 99.9% approval rating, will vanish faster than a cold beer on a hot day. Therefore, good luck, Britain. I will be watching the chaos unfold from my porch here in Isaan, with a cold one in my hand and a rather smug grin on my face. Bye-bye.